Why Healthy You Vending? Well, we chose Healthy You Vending because of we did some research on several companies in Healthy You Vending, their quality, their customer service that they stated, the locations that they will provide for us. It made sense for us to choose them based on what our research found.
One of the reasons why I liked Healthy You Vending was the machines itself. I felt they were attractive, they're very colorful, they were appealing to the eye. So I felt that that was another characteristic of the vending machines compared to some of the other companies that we had seen, was the attractiveness of the machine itself.
We signed up with Healthy You Vending in September of 2017, and we attended Healthy University in November of 2017.
Yes, the training was located in Salt Lake City. It was a 2-day training, pretty full class and very informative.
Yes. Some of our concerns starting this business was obviously the cost and the locations. Like anything with this type of business, you need a very good location, and that's what they promised us. They promised us, these quality locations near within a 20-mile radius. So we wanted to make sure that that was one of the things that we were able to get when we started this business. Also, the time frame. Having the machines placed in a reasonable time. We were told a certain date. Actually, if one of the employees told us, 3 months is a reasonable amount of time that we should have all of your machines placed. So that was one of the things that we were concerned about, the placement, the costs, because that make or break your business. I attended Southern University. I have 2 degrees, one associate degree in criminal justice and a bachelor's degree in sociology. I've been a law enforcement officer, federal law enforcement officer for 25 plus years now.
I graduated from New Mexico State University with a Bachelor's of Science in nursing, and I've been a nurse for 11 years.
We initially invested $44,000 for the machines, an additional $2,500 for setup, insurance, different types of equipment for the business, software. So all in all, we probably right around $46,000 for the business. Healthy You initially told us that they would have all 5 of our machines placed within a 3-month time. One of the employees that I spoke with starting this business up stated that it's such a good business that they should reasonably have the machines placed within that 3-month time, and that's the time frame we was hoping for. Our first machine didn't get placed until February of 2018. Our second machine didn't get placed until October 2018, and we haven't had any machines placed as of this date afterwards. We have 3 more machines sitting in storage, and it's been about 17 months now. Those machines have been sitting in storage, and we're accumulating storage fees.
Well, the reality for us has been that, of course, as we discussed before, location, and that is first and foremost, is the location services. It was the reason why we chose this company to begin with. It's been it's been a challenge. The locations that we've received, haven't even been classified as a qualified machine. They've been outside of the radius that we were expecting as part of our contract. In addition, the products itself, we found difficulty accessing the healthy products that we choose to place in the machine that have been recommended by Healthy You at the Healthy You University. The products, they don't provide enough profit margin. They're difficult to obtain. For us, where we only have 5 machines, sometimes you have to order a certain amount, a dollar amount, in order to receive the healthier products. So then that allows us, that means we end up having to go to local stores to pick up these products, and we often find that these products, they're multi-packed. So if we're using one particular product and that's what sells, then we have a lot of product that goes to waste. And that is one of the realities, is that we are constantly throwing out products that expire, and we're just basically throwing money down the drain. It's been very frustrating.
Yes, and to add to that, things like the storage fees they don't tell you about. They pay for your first 3 months, but after that, you're obligated to pay your storage fees from that point on. And we've had machines in storage for now going on 17 months, and we've paid for the last 14 months or so. So just do the math. Just for our machines we have in there right now, we're paying, upwards of $160 a month. We've been paying that now for, like I said, 14 months. So those things that they don't tell you during the university training. So you have to really keep that in mind when you decide to make that decision to go with Healthy You.
Not to mention, during the time, the storage company, their fees increased. So we were paying a set amount, and during this last 17 months,
Yes.
there's been a price increase. So that just added to the cost that we weren't expecting. As soon as we had a machine pulled out of storage, we were thankful that that was going to reduce our monthly payment, only to have an increase.
In the first 6 months, we've only had one machine placed. We were told we would have 5 machines placed within the first 3 months, but that didn't happen. We're still only have 2 machines placed total, but within the first 6 months, we've only had 1 machine placed. In 2017, we made $0 because we didn't have any machines placed in that year, that first year, first few months of starting the business. We made no money, just storage fees. Well, speaking with them about the machines and the profit and the location, they told us within 3 months, three weeks to give them a call. Afterwards, they would start placing machines. 3 months, they would have our machines placed. Well, we waited 6 months before we even called them, and we get the same script. We send out flyers. We're reaching out to companies in your area, and nothing. They tell us, hey, we'll contact you guys when we, have something in a few weeks. To this date, they've never contacted us. We always call them and ask them questions about what's going on with placement, what's going on with our business in terms of, getting machines placed for us to start making a profit. But it's the same thing time after time. When we initially signed up with Healthy You, we signed up also to get the white glove. The white gloves is what they call when they deliver the machines to the location. We've paid for them to not only find us a location, but deliver the machine to the location. Well, again, we've only had 2 machines placed. So we've talked to them about moving one location because of the distance and where it's located. It's 55 minutes from our home. It's 39 miles. They admitted there was 31. If you go off of the chart that they use, you would need a helicopter to fly from my home straight, and it's still 31 miles to that location. And again, it takes us 55 minutes one way to get to that. So along with that location being a bad location, along with paying the storage fees, it's just been hard on us and our family.
Yes, we actually increased or added some miles to our contract, the location services, just to be able to provide maybe some more opportunity for a placement. And even with that, we hadn't heard anything. Again, it's a continual calling, trying to see if there's any new companies that are potentially interested in placement and nothing. And when they did finally come through with something, as my husband stated, on the second machine, it exceeded a 30-mile radius, which again, at the time, you're almost forced. You're trying to get the machine out of storage. We're trying to get the business going. But it just turned out to not be a business that meets the criteria that they indicated in their contract. How are our two machines that are placed currently doing?
Well, we have a machine placed at and a machine placed at a nursing home. Only has 7 employees, some foot traffic, but again, it falls under the 100 employees that they promised, the 100 employees that they stated. When you go to the fine print, they want to jump and say, well, you know, we said 75. Well, all of your materials, all of the people we spoke with, we have emails stating from some of their top management people who stated, we will find you, guarantee we will find you a location of 100 plus employees. Well, that hasn't happened as of today. Again, they're only working with 70 employees. They only have about 50 employees. That location is the worst of both of those because location, again, it's 39 miles from our home. It's 53 minutes one way, and it's a nursing home, and most of the people there are in wheelchairs, and they don't have any money. These people are there because of their physical ailment, their age, and they're unable to purchase out of the machine. So we're really struggling with that location because it takes me almost an hour to get to the location, put in 2 or 3 products in an hour back because I believe in giving them customer service. So even when the machine's just a little low, I still want to do my job and come out and make sure they have what they need, but it's not being used. It's a horrible location, and it's the type of thing that Healthy You do to you. And the reason I accepted that is because when you have storage fees, you take whatever you can get. Having a machine in storage, still having 3 machines in storage after 17 months, money just going down the drain. So we are trying to do something to help stop the bleeding, and we took this location in spite of its distance, but it's not a good location at all, and we've brought that up to Healthy You. The current state of our business is basically it's failed. We're still paying storage fees. The amount of money that we're taking out of the machines or making on the machines are not even covering the day-to-day costs of products, insurance, and time and gas to go to the machines. Right now, this business hasn't done anything for us. The location that we drive an hour out to, that location in itself costs me more just to drive out there than I do make in product or on the machine.
The impact that this has had on our family, it's been very difficult. Earlier this year, with my husband being a government employee, our family was affected by the government shutdown. This was a very difficult time. It was very stressful, and all while trying to maintain this business that's not making any profit. And as it is, you know, it got to the point where I am actually clipping coupons and using items that I've never used prior to, and still having to also buy products for the vending machines. And how do you make a decision as we've got empty coils over here that need to be filled for our machines and for our business, but at the same time, we also needed to make sure we had enough in our own pantries. So it's been a difficult time. We went through that period for a little over a month's time.
Yes. Me working for the government, I've been working for the government for 25 years as a government employee, a civil servant, and I'm proud of what I do and working for this government. But when the shutdown happened, this business is the reason I joined Healthy You because of the promises that, you'd be your own employee and the money you would make, and it would have came in handy during that time of the government shutdown. We had to go out to, and like a lot of employees, to food pantries. I have 2 daughters in college. Both of my daughters had to stay with family members because we couldn't. The money that I used was for their college, so they couldn't stay on campus. So we had to try to put them with family members, and it just was tough during that time. It was tough. What I wish we would have known prior to getting into this business is someone doing what we're doing today, making a video telling the truth about Healthy You and the problems they have. I wish I would have known that the customer service isn't what the customer service they said it would be. Locating the machines is definitely not what they said it would be. The amount of money I invested in this business, my wife and I, and what we and how we've been treated today is not a representation of what we were told. What we told and where we are today are 2 different things. And I would advise anyone who's watching this video to really consider this before you go down this road, because it's a painful one and it's one that would be very costly. One of the things I found very difficult to understand and very painful to me is that when you speak to one of upper management for Healthy You and they tell you during this process of problems we have that we're no longer going to provide you any locations until you sign a new contract. Well, we're under contract, and you tell me you're not going to find any locations for me unless I sign a new contract. Or you call me 15 minutes before you say, oh, we have a location for you, but we need to know within the next 15 minutes. And when I ask you about those locations, you tell me, oh, you waited too late, I gave it to someone else. When normally you send me an email regarding the location and all of the contact information. Well, that didn't happen. And I have this on recording, of this conversation where this upper management stated that, we're not going to send you any locations until we discuss, how we're going to move forward or whatnot. We're under contract already. And what's odd about the recording that I have, I spoke to one of the managers there, and this person called back and said that he was that person, and he wasn't. It was a separate person, but he used the original manager's name. So, I don't know what's going on over there, but I can tell you they're very deceptive about what they do, and their practice over there is not what they pretend to be. Honestly, this experience and the outcome we're looking for at this point, I don't want to do business with Healthy You anymore. I really want to get out of this investment and move on with my life, and that's all I want from Healthy You.
Yes. Yes, I feel that is one of the main reasons. I do feel that they've been deceptive in many aspects. The location service, the contract itself, the verbiage in the contract, they interpret it in different ways than we interpret it. And it's very vague, it's very general, and it's not clear and concise in the way that it needs to be. Even in trying to make some adjustments as far as 2 of our locations to have them replaced as part of the white glove service that we paid for, they've manipulated that as well and used their own interpretation as to why they can't do why they can't make the change, why the expense would be at our expense and not theirs, as how the contract is interpreted. So I feel that they've been deceptive. Again, as my husband mentioned, it is very clear to us that one person that left the voicemail is not who he claims to be. There's a clear, distinct difference in the two voices. That in itself is deceptive. Some of the emails exchanges we found to be a little threatening, a little harsh, just because we're questioning things. We're questioning the legality. We're questioning the verbiage. And it's for all those reasons that, yes, we're wanting to part ways with Healthy You.
Vending business, Healthy You has really put a stain, and I don't want to categorize everyone in the vending business like that, because it wouldn't be fair to them. I don't know what other companies do or what they promise to their customers. I just know Healthy You, the things they promise, the things we've gotten out of them are not what they said. And our take on vending with Healthy You is once that, no, I don't want to be in business with them, and they have put a bad taste in our mouth in terms of vending, especially with them. I would. You should first think about your customers, the people who have invested time and money to be a part of your organization, and care about their families and what's going on. I'm pretty sure he makes a lot more money than we do, and every penny, again, working for the federal government with shutdowns and all of that, I face taking money out of my retirement that I can't get back. Take that in consideration. We are just regular people who's trying to, live check to check, make ends meet, and we got into this adventure, and it was a horrible experience. And he's read some of the emails that we've sent them, and if you just listen and see what we're saying and listen to your people and what they're saying to us, you would really feel that this is we've been done wrong, and you should just really consider your customers.